the worst part of it for me is, my heart aches for my wife, because it was her story to tell, if she chose to or not. And, and that's what, it just really, really saddens me.
First and foremost, gender-based violence or domestic violence is inexcusable and should be condemned strongly. Now, looking at what's happening on the US soccer scene involving the Reyna family and the former coach Gregg Berhalter, it's honestly speaking quite sad. Just because their son did not have enough playing minutes on the field, they decided to throw some dirty linen from the past, trying to dent Berhalter's name. Is it wrong for them to report domestic violence? No, but after 31 years, it's quite strange, honestly. The purported domestic violence occurred when Gregg Berhalter was 19. He was young. People learn, they grow, they tend to do away with their old lifestyle. He was a teenager back then, and come to think of it, he's still married to the woman that he had abused, that he had kicked back then. They've been married for 25 years now, and if I can take a guess, 25 years, for them to be still together for 25 years, meaning there's been more good than bad in that marriage. I'm pretty sure they've outgrown that incident. If there was still domestic violence in that marriage for 25 years, I'm pretty sure that would have been out by now. So these guys were family friends, close family friends, and quite honestly, it's sad that this will destroy that friendship, all because their son did not get enough playing minutes. They decided to blackmail, it's been said, they decided to blackmail the coach to say, we're going to report you if our son does not play. This was reported to the federation and they had to drop the coach. They didn't renew his contract so that they could investigate that issue. It's quite sad, honestly. It's very sad. And going forward, who would want to work with such a player who feels entitled to always playing just because his parents are very famous? If I was the coach, I wouldn't want him near the team. One, he leaked information. Two, he feels entitled to play because of his parents. And if he's never called up to the team, who are the parents going to blame? Themselves, because they brought that attention on themselves by trying to use underhand ways to get at the coach for not playing their son. Like I said earlier, domestic violence should not be condoned, it should be condemned in all forms. But let's also not forget that it occurred 31 years ago when Berhalter was 19. So he was young, he was a teenager. I'm pretty sure he's outgrown that, he's learned his lessons. And for people to bring this back now just opens up old wounds.